As an affiliate marketer, I'm getting ready for the Black Friday season. On my website, I want to feature all the products I plan to promote, especially the ones I know from past years that have great deals worth checking out. To prepare my website, I need to gather information on all of the products I want to add. For some websites, I also need to set up automation to help me scrape and upload the info quickly, since they don't always announce their deal ahead of time. One of these websites is AppSumo. They often have surprise products with amazing deals, many of which I already know and use myself. But the problem is you never know what product they'll feature or what kind of deals they'll offer. So for that, I want to set up some automations. This will also help me with other promotion by having all the information in one place, making it easier to quickly create content about the products. The first step is to gather all the product info into one Google Sheets. I need the product name, what it does, and the link to the product page. This way, I can create the affiliate link in one go on Impact using automation and get other details that aren't available on the store's main page. To create all my automation, I use a tool called TaskMagic. It's a special automation tool because I can record my screen while doing tasks, like clicking and downloading information. This is something you can't do with other automation tools, like Zapier, because they only offer preset tasks. With TaskMagic, you can automate anything you can imagine. You can get TaskMagic using the affiliate link in the description, and you'll need the 49-month plan to be able to record your automation screen. Once you've got the tool and installed it on your computer, you can start a new workflow. This is important because there will be quite a few automation sequences. So keep things organized in one workflow is a good idea. After setting up your workflow, it's time to create your first automation. Click on Web and give the automation a name. It could be something like Black Friday 1 AppSumo product scraping. This is a very simple automation because all you need is a product name, a short description so you know if it's something you want to promote, and the page link. That's it. You don't need to log into AppSumo because you're just grabbing product info. To stay organized, I scrape products from the same category. This helps me quickly compare tools and decide which ones I don't want to promote before moving on to the next automation. But if you want to scrape all the categories, you can create a category scraping automation and use it as a trigger for this automation. I prefer to scrape one category at a time, so I manually change the category link each time I run this automation. But in the end of this video, I will show you what you can do to scrape also the categories. Click on the first step button and you'll see two windows, one for task recording and one with Chromium, where you click on things to record the steps. In the task panel, add a website URL. For this example, I use the video category because I use it. I buy a lot of product as a content creator from this category. If you want to scrape product in a specific order, like by latest or alphabetically, just set the filter on the page first, then copy the URL. This will organize the product as needed. If a pop-up window appears during the automation, you can record a click on the close icon. If the pop-up shows up while the automation is running, it will automatically close it. When the automation runs and doesn't detect the pop-up, it will simply skip that step, so it can continue with the process. To record a click, choose click from the step list. Then hover over the item you want to click on, and you'll see a green circle or square around it. Once it's highlighted, click on it. After that, in the bottom panel, you'll see a confirm button. If the bottom panel is in the way of what you want to click on, you can move it to the top of the screen for better visibility and easier access. TaskMagic also recognizes clicks automatically. So if you click on something, and it will detect the action and give you the option to approve or deny it in the main step panel. The next step is to scrape a list, which is a nice feature. Each product on the page is in the same type of square box with a name, description, and other details in the same order. When you click on Scrape List, a table will appear in the panel in Chromium. Click on the first item, like the product name, and it will fill it into the table. Then click on the next product in the same spot, and TaskMagic will recognize the pattern and start filling in the rest of the rows automatically. You can see how many products it recognized by checking the number. If it missed some products, scroll down and click on the ones that didn't get picked up. A green line will highlight the content that it recognized, so you know everything is working. Once the list is ready, you can click Add New Column to scrape other details like description or or whatever you need. Now you need the product link, but this part can be tricky in AppSumo. Before scraping the URL, it's a good idea to save your progress. Click on Confirm, then start a new scrape list. This time, click on the entire product box. You should only see one green box around the product. If more boxes appear, delete the step and try again. Once you've selected the whole box, click on the 3 dots and change the setting to scrape links. You'll now see a list of links. Hover over them to make sure you're getting the product URL, not a category link. It may take a few tries, but once you have the correct URL, click on Confirm and then on I'm done, and the window will close. Now you're back to the automation page in TaskMagic. The next step is to send all this information to Google Sheets. On the side menu, click on Send to Google Sheets. A pop-up will appear and you'll get an email to share the sheet with. Open a new Google Sheet and share this email with. Free the first row and give the column titles. The titles can be simple, like product name, short description, and URL. It's helpful to name the columns clearly as you'll need them in the future automation. You can use the same sheet for multiple automation, just adding new data as needed. Change the sheet's name to match the category you scraped. Then copy the Google Sheets URL. Go back to TaskMagic and paste the URL into the box. Choose the right sheet, click Looks Good, and that's it for this automation. Now click Play Steps to run the automation. The product should be neatly organized into columns in the sheets, and the data will fill in after the automation finished running. If you run into issues like the link not scraping properly, go back into the automation, open step, and select Web. Then delete the step that didn't work well and record the scraping tasks again. In the next video, I'll show you how to get all the affiliate links from Impact. If you're going to promote this product, you'll want the correct affiliate links rather than the ones you just scraped. If you want to set up an automation that scrapes a list of categories, you can create another automation like the one of the product, but focus on scraping categories links. After scraping the categories, save the list and go over it to remove any that aren't relevant to your niche. This way, you can focus on products that fit your audience. Use the same Google Sheets for both automations, but with different sheets so you can track progress and save everything in one place. Once you've done that and you have all the list of the categories, you can run the automation of scraping the products in a loop to scrape all the products from AppSumo. To set up the loop, click on the trigger, select list, then choose to use Google Sheets and add the same sheet you used to scrape the categories. Make sure to pick the sheets with the category list. Once you've checked that the automation works well and get all the details you want in the correct order, set the loop to run based on how many rows are in your Google Sheets for the category links. Now go to the first step where you visit the website. This time delete the existing link. Instead of manually inputting the link, click on the strudel icon and from the list choose the URL column. This way, each time the automation runs, it will open a new category URL to scrape products from. Before clicking Play Steps, you need to set the loop line so it covers the entire automation process. This way, the loop will begin with a URL from the list, scrape the information of the products, and automatically move on to the next category. This ensures the automation runs smoothly through all the steps, from opening each category link to scraping the product details, and then moving on to the next category without any interruptions. Or you can do what I'm doing and just change the link manually each time you want to run this automation to scrape products. This is a powerful automation, so make sure you're adding value by carefully selecting products your audience will benefit from. After scraping all the products, it's a good idea to review the list and remove any that don't fit your standards or goals. Only then move on to the next automation. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. In the last video, I automated the scraping of product link from AppSumo, so I could quickly create an affiliate post and content without manually finding all the links. In this video, we're going to create the second automation in this series. I use TaskMagic, and if you don't know what that is, go watch the previous video before this one. AppSumo uses Impact to manage its affiliate program, and I've been part of it for a long time, and I also have a full course on this YouTube channel that you can watch to know how to sign up to Impact and how to manage everything. Usually I only promote AppSumo when they have a really good deal, especially around Black Friday. To get ready for those sales, I need this automation because AppSumo keeps the deals secret, even from affiliate. So I can't prepare in advance. And for Black Friday, I need to prepare in advance because there are so many deals. This is why the automation saves me time. Now I'm going to use the Google Sheet I set up in the first video. In that sheet, I have one column with the product names and another with links to their affiliate sales page. The next step is to go to Impact and create all the affiliate links. But before I do that, I always make sure the products on my list are good because my reputation is on the line. And I only want to promote things I've tested or researched. This is a clean list after I removed the products I don't want to promote. Let's open another automation in the workspace you used last time. Again, choose Web and give it a name. Now you're in an empty automation. Before we continue, we need the login details to scrape the special affiliate links from Impact. Open Chrome and use an extension that TaskMagic suggests called Edit This Cookie. You'll find the link in the description. Log into Impact on regular Chrome. If you have two-factor authentication, solve it now. After you logged in, click the cookie icon. If you don't see it, click on the extension icon and look for the cookie icon. And then click on the arrow to copy the cookie for the login info from Impact. The tricky thing with Impact is that you can't stay logged in, so you'll need to do this every time you open your computer. Before you start the automation, make sure you're still logged in. On TaskMagic, they have something called Chrome profile, so you can log into websites and keep the logged in the Chrome profile. But on Impact has a prove you're not a robot step, and it doesn't work on Chromium. So the only way to use Impact is by getting the cookie each time it expires, and you can't use Chrome profiles because of it. After you get the cookies, go back to TaskMagic. Click on Advanced Setting and then Manage Cookies. Make sure you're in the correct automation when you do this. Then click on the Get Cookie button. Add your cookie. You should see the Impact domain, and that's all you need. Save it, and now we are ready to start. Click on the trigger, then click on the List option. Since you already set up Google Sheets last time, you don't need to do it again. Just click Use Google Sheets and go to Setting. Here you need to paste the URL of the Google Sheets where you scrape the product from AppSumo and choose the right sheet where you have the product list. Click on Looks Good and continue. Now we're back in the automation. Click on Add Step and choose Web. Go back to Impact where you logged in to get a cookie and copy the link to your dashboard homepage where you can create new links. Paste that URL in the first step, and it should open Impact in the Chromium browser. You should see the dashboard. If for some reason you don't, close the automation and get the cookie again. You might need to clean some cache. If you have other affiliate programs on Impact that start with A, you might not see AppSumo as the first option. In that case, you'll need to record a click on the drop-down menu, then record another click on AppSumo to select it. Since AppSumo is always the first option for me, I don't record these steps. Next, I record the type step. Click on the list of steps, choose the type step, then click on the box where you should paste the link you want to convert into an affiliate link. Paste one link from your list and confirm. Click Yes to the variable because you are going to switch it to dynamic links from the Google Sheets. Then record a click on the Create button. After that, you need to scrape the new affiliate link. Click on Scrape Single, then click on the new link that Impact created for you. Check in the table to make sure it's the same link Impact created. Once you confirm that, click Confirm. You can close the automation by clicking on I'm done. Now we need to make a few adjustments and add the new link to the AppSumo product so it stays in the same row in the Google Sheet. First, let's change the variable. Click on the type step, then delete the link that's already there. Instead, click on the strudel symbol and choose the right column from your Google Sheets where your list of links is stored. Now it will automatically change the link each time it types it in the box on Impact. Next, go to the end of the automation and click on Add New Step. This time, click on Apps. Then choose the Google Sheets app from the list. We're going to add two steps. One to find the right row for the affiliate product, and another to add the new Impact affiliate link that you just scraped. Select Find Row. If it's your first time connecting to your Google Sheets, click Connect New Account. Choose the right Google account and give TaskMagic permission to connect. Once connected, TaskMagic will search your Google Sheets and show a list of them. Select the sheet you want to update. Pick the the correct sheet and choose the column to search by, which should be, in this example, by the product name. You can click on Exact Match to find the correct row in Google Sheets. Next, set up the information you're looking for in the sheet. For this example, get the name of the product from the Google Sheets. We'll change this letter to variable after the automation finds the right row. At the first row you want the automation to find. I put 2 because this is the first row with content. Then click Test App. You'll get some code. No need to understand it, just click OK and save the step. Before moving to the next step, go back to your Google Sheets and add another column with the title Impact Link or something similar. This column will store the new affiliate links from Impact. Add another step for Google Sheets by clicking Add Step, then Apps and selecting Google Sheets. This time choose Update Row. Since you already connected your account, you don't need to reconnect. Just use the same Google Sheets account. Select the Google Sheet, make sure it's the same one from the previous step. For the row number, click on the drop-down and find the previous Google Sheets step. Look for the row number that matches the name you entered earlier. Click on Does the first row have a header? If you have a header, you should have. You'll see a list of other columns in the Google Sheets. Click on the column you just added, the one for Impact Links, then click on the strudel symbol. This time choose the step where you scrape the new affiliate link to fill in this information in the correct row. Click on Test App and make sure you get a code. Once you see the code, click Close and then Save. After finishing this step, go back to the Find Row step in Google Sheets and update the search to look for the right column. Here's how it works. When you set the loop to list, the Google Sheets doesn't need to have identical column names. You just need one column where the cell has same information, match the new data you want to update. When you add the Find Row step, it will search for the matching name from the trigger sheets in the sheets you're updating. However, you can't set the column variable from the trigger sheet to find the row before setting up the next step to update the Google Sheets. It needs to find something in the existing sheets first, so it can generate the correct reference. This way, the process will be dynamic and adjust automatically. Now it's time to test the whole thing. Click on the play button and watch the automation as it scrapes the links from Impact. Make sure it's filling the right link in the correct row in Google Sheets. After it's finished playing, you'll be ready for the final step. You can now run the automation. Just heads up, you have a limited number of shortened affiliate links in Impact. And Impact is very sensitive for spammers. So to avoid being flagged as a spammer, it's a good idea to process a few links each day rather than all of them at once. Before you start the automation, it's a good idea to make some changes to help avoid being flagged as spammer. Click on Advanced Setting, then look for Manage Runtime Setting and mark the Randomize Mouse Movements option. This will make it look like a human is doing the manual work. You can also add a delay of about a minute at the end of the automation to prevent it from starting again immediately. This helps avoiding triggering any anti-spam measures. To run the automation, go to the trigger and click on it. In the setting, adjust the number of loops to however many you want to process it at one time, though I recommend not more than 10 because you don't want to flag this as spammer. You can also set the frequently at the top of the trigger and check for a delay between each run. If you have a lot of product, it's a good idea to set a delay of about half an hour before running the automation again. So each time it runs, it creates 10 new links. All these steps help keep you safe from being flagged. You can run the automation many times, but I wouldn't overdo it because Impact is strict about how people promote products. The last step before you can run the automation in the background is to adjust the loop setting. Set it so it will skip the first step where you open Impact and only run on the steps for typing the link and scraping it. Now you can click on Turn On from either desktop or cloud, whichever you prefer. If you don't see results after it's run, you can go to Advanced Setting, then Screen Setting and choose the option to always show the browser while it's run. This might help you see what's happening. However, you can try running it in the background first to see if it works as expected. The next step in this series is to gather additional information about each product and get some images to accompany the posts. This will allow you to run the information in ChatGPT for content ideas and create engaging posts. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video in this series. After we have the product affiliate links from the previous video, the next step is to get more information about each product. The thing with affiliate marketing is that you need to create unique content. But when it comes to Black Friday, you need to be fast. With ChatGPT, you can create content really quickly if you give it the right information. Another thing you'll need for content creation is images, which you can get by taking screenshots. This way, you can produce content for many products in short time. In this step, we're going to build an automation that scrape all the product information from AppSumo. You can combine this with the previous automation where you got affiliate links from Impact, but I'll show you how to do it separately. In the end of this series, I'll tell you what to do if you want to turn it into one long automation. Personally, I like to see the results and fix things before moving to the next step, especially with websites like Impact that use Cloudflare, which can pop up and stop the automation from running smoothly. This actually happens to me with Impact. After a few rounds of running the automation, I got blocked. If you make one long automation and it stops working from the start, I'd rather keep them separate. It's just another button press for me. Or you can automate it in different way, which I'll show you in the last video of this series. In this step, we are going to scrape more detailed information from AppSumo. Descriptions, prices, URLs to get more info, and screenshots for the social media posts. I'll create it later in the automation series. So let's get started. Open a new automation in TaskMagic and give it a name. I also like to give it a number. So I know this is the third automation I need to run after the first two are done. This time you don't need to log into AppSumo, so there is no need to grab cookies or set login info. We'll start with the trigger. Add the same Google Sheets we just created in the previous video. Click on Trigger, List, and then add new Google Sheets. Add the URL of the Google Sheet. Choose the correct sheet from the list. You'll need the product name to match when you add more info to the table, and you'll also need the affiliate link you scraped from Impact. Once everything looks good, click Continue. Now we're back on the main page of the automation. Click Add Step and choose Web. While it opens, go to your Google Sheets and get the first Impact URL and add that to the Go to Page step, and you land on the first product page. If a pop-up window appears during the automation, you can record a click on the close icon. If the pop-up shows up while the automation is running, it will automatically close it. When the automation runs and doesn't detect the pop-up, it will simply skip that step, so it can continue with the process. To record a click, choose Click from the step list. Then hover over the item you want to click on, and you'll see a green circle or square around it. Once it's highlighted, click on it. After that, in the bottom panel, you'll see a Confirm button. If the bottom panel is in the way of what you want to click on, you can move it to the top of the screen for better visibility and easier access. TaskMagic also recognizes clicks automatically. So if you click on something, and it will detect the action and give you the option to approve or deny it in the main step panel. Let's start with the screenshots. I take 2, but you can take as many as you like. To do this, add a screenshot step, then set the path to the folder on your computer where you want to save the screenshot. For the file name, click on the strudel symbol and find the product name column from your Google Sheets. I also add 1 to the name to track the order of the screenshot and avoid overwriting previous one or not saving this one. Next, add a scroll down step. You'll need to scroll down in Chromium so the automation knows how far to scroll. Change the default 10 seconds to 3 seconds, since you don't need to scroll to the bottom of the page, just enough to shift the view. After that, copy the previous screenshot step and change the number to 2 for the second screenshot. If you want more screenshots, you can repeat these steps as many times as you like. Now let's scrape the information. Click Scrape Single and select the entire page to grab all the text. Later, I'll use ChatGPT to organize it into posts. I also scrape the short product description. This is for the posts and for me to quickly remember what the product is about. Next, click Scrape List and go to the tiers section. Click the box to scrape the whole tier information as one text. Again, I'll use ChatGPT to format it. Then click on the next one, and it's supposed to show you in the table that it's grabbed it. Now confirm it. I want to scrape the product original website link. This helps if I want more information later or if I need to sign up for the affiliate program on the main site. Since AppSumo deals are temporary, I like also to sign up for the affiliate programs on the website. It took me some time to figure this out, but here's what I found that is the simplest way to do it. Click Scrape Single and then select the first paragraph. If it's an AppSumo Select product, there is usually a link there. Change the scraping type to link and it will pull the link from the text. Before we send all this data to Google Sheets, I also want the full URL of the product page. When you create a URL in Impact, it's shortened and they might delete it in the future because you have a limited amount of shortened URLs. When you open the shortened link, you'll get a long URL. That's the one I want. To grab it, I use a small JavaScript code from TaskMagic support docs, which I'll include in the description. Simply copy and paste this into custom JavaScript steps. No coding needed. Now you have everything. Click I'm done and all your pieces will be ready for the next step. Go back to the first step and replace the go to page URL with the impact URL column from your Google Sheets. If the URL you scrape doesn't have HTTP, don't delete the HTTP part. Just add the variable from your Google Sheets after it. Go to the end of the automation and click Add Step. Choose Apps and find the Google Sheets app. We'll repeat the same steps as in the previous video, so I'll go through it quickly. Click Find Row, then connect your Google Sheets account. Give it some time to find your info. Then choose a spreadsheet from the list and select the correct sheet. It should be the same one we used in the trigger. Next, select the column to search for info, which in this example should be the product name. Also click on Exact Match. In the search value, enter one of the product names you have in your Google Sheets. We'll change it later after we set up the next step. You need to enter something real to search for, or you'll get error. Set the starting row to 2 unless you want to start searching from a different row. Then click Test App. You should get a results. If not, try again with a different term from your Google Sheets. Once you get the results, click Save. Now go to your spreadsheet and add more columns to store the new information. You can arrange the columns however you like. Personally, I like to group all the links together, then the text, and finally the screenshots. That's just how I work. Go back to the automation, click Add Step, then Add Apps, and find Google Sheets again. This time, we'll set the Update Row step. Connect to your Google Sheets account and select the same spreadsheet and sheet you used in the previous step. For the row number, click the strudel symbol and look for the step labeled Google Sheets Action. Find the result that shows the row number from the previous Find Row step. Click Does the first row contain headers? It will open your spreadsheet columns, including the new one you just added. Now click each column and match them with the correct steps from the automation using the strudel. Once everything is matched up, click Test App. You should see some code. Click Save. You can check the spreadsheet and you should see the strudel with the correct step number in each column. Make sure each step is matched to the correct column. Go back to the Find Row step and change the search value to the variable that holds the product name from your Google Sheet. Next, go to the top of the automation and expand it to cover everything. This way, the automation will loop through all the steps for each web page. Click Play Steps to run the automation. Watch it working and see the results of the scraping. When it's finished, go back to the Google Sheets and check if everything is there. If something didn't work, it's either an issue with the scraping or the Google Sheets matching. To fix the scraping, just delete the step and record it again. If you don't see anything in the Google Sheets but saw the scraping work in the automation, check both Google Sheets steps to make sure everything looks correct. If you don't see anything that is off, create both the Find Row and Update Row steps again from scratch. If you add more steps before the Google Sheets steps and want to include them in the updates, you need to modify both the finding and updating steps. You need to create both the finding and updating steps again. Otherwise, you'll get an error. It might still run with error, but it's better to avoid it. That's it. Now you can go back to the trigger and change the row number to whatever you have in your Google Sheet. This time, you're not limited, so you can run the whole thing. If you want to automate this process to start whenever the new row is added. I'll show you how to do that in the end of this series. As I mentioned before, I like to make sure everything works before moving on to the next step. In the next video, we are going to set up all the affiliate links in Switchy, which will help you if you want to change the links after AppSumo will retire this deal. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. In the last video, I showed how to scrape information from AppSumo to create affiliate posts for your website or social media. This saves time and helps you make money from affiliate products from AppSumo. I use TaskMagic as my automation software to do all of it. Now we are on the fourth automation we are building to handle repetitive tasks. This time, we'll take the affiliate links from AppSumo that we gathered in the previous automation and organize them in software that can create trackable affiliate links and generate QR codes. I use this especially for AppSumo products because with tools like Switchy, you can change the affiliate link without needing to go back and update it everywhere on your social media. It saves a lot of time hunting down where you used that link. One thing about AppSumo is that their product deals are often limited time offers. Once a deal expires, any content you've created that promotes it is suddenly outdated. The solution? Sign up for the affiliate program for the products you promote. Then, when the deal expires, you can simply update the affiliate link in Switchy, and all your posts will still work, redirecting links to a different site. There is no need to change all of your previous posts. Since this is part of the series, I won't be explaining everything I've done so far. This video is more for those already familiar with TaskMagic, so I'll be going quickly over some steps I've covered in the past videos. If you don't have Switchy subscription yet, you can grab a lifetime deal on AppSumo. They've offered it for a few years, so it's likely to stick around. You can use my affiliate link in the video description to get. Switchy is super simple to use. On the main page, you'll see a list of all of the links you've changed. I like Switchy because it keeps all my affiliate links in one place, so I don't have to log into each website to find them. After 13 years in affiliate marketing, I've gotten tons of emails from affiliate programs switching systems, which means I'd have to update all of my links. Since it's hard to know where every link is, I use my own domain and just update the URL in Switchy instead of tracking down all of the places I've used them. Some websites even prefer when you use your own domain because it looks like the post is coming directly from your website. Once you verify your domain, they might not even notice it's affiliate link. But I'll be honest, you can't use Switchy everywhere. For example, Amazon doesn't allow retargeting links with your domain, so make sure to check if it's okay to use on the platforms you're working with. In just a minute, I'll show you exactly how to set up the automation, but first, there are a few things you should know before using Switchy. I have another video that walks around how to add your domain to Switchy. It can even be a subdomain of a website you already have. I'll link that video in the description. Before we dive into the automation, let's get to know Switchy a bit so you understand why and what we're setting up. On the main page, you'll see all your links. If you're just starting out, you won't see anything yet. To create a link, click Create Link. On the next page, you'll find the line where you add the affiliate link. There are other features too, but we're focusing on creating custom affiliate links. After you set up your links, which should recognize the website and automatically pull the image and title. If it doesn't recognize the website, you won't be able to create the link. When we build the automation, we'll add a delay to give it enough time to detect the website properly. You can add a name for your link. I always use the website or product name. Make sure it's in one word or separate with an underscore. We'll need to fix this when creating the automation. Another important step is setting up a folder. I like to organize links by using folders. In this case, I have a specific folder for AppSumo since they have so many products. When I need to change a product URL to the website affiliate link, I can update the link in Switchy, but still keep it in the AppSumo folder because that's where I first found the product. You can also set an expiration date if you want the link to automatically change after a deal ends. For example, if you know when a product deal is ending, you can set it up here. That way, if someone clicks the link after the deal is over, they'll be sent to the product's main website instead of the expired deal on AppSumo. I also like to add some notes, and you can use the short description we scraped from AppSumo here. There are other things you can set up here here, but we won't go over all of them in this video. Once you've filled everything out, just click Get My Link and you're all set. Once you go back to the dashboard, you'll see your new link as a first option. The next thing we'll set up is downloading the QR code. I'll use this in the future posts, so it's something I need to have ready. Create a folder. You need to be on the main dashboard before starting to creating the link. Click on Create New Folder and give it a name. For this example, name it AppSumo. Before we start to create automation, we need to set another thing on your Google Sheets. This time we're creating the name of the website without spaces, so it can be used in the URL in Switchy. To do this, go back to your Google Sheets we used in the past automation and create a new column. You can place it anywhere you like, but since you already set up other automation, it's best to create the new automation at the end of the sheets to avoid disrupting anything in the past automation. Now in the new column, type equal and then find the formula substitute. This formula will help us remove spaces from the product names. Click on the cell with the product name in the same row, then add a comma. Next, open quotation mark, add a space between them and close the quotation mark. Add another comma, open quotation mark again, and this time insert the underscore. Close the quotation mark and finish the formula. Once that's done, click the small dot in the bottom of corner of the cell and drag it down to apply the formula to the entire column. Now, any product name with spaces will be automatically changed to names without spaces, and you'll be able to use it for the URL of the product. Now, let's start by creating the new automation in TaskMagic. Click New Automation in the workspace. We already created the other automations. This is the fourth automation, so you can label it with the number 4. Then click Trigger, followed by List. Next, click Use Google Sheets and select the same Google Sheets we've been working on since the beginning of this series. Find the right sheet and click Looks Good. Then click Continue to return to the main automation page. Click Add New Step and select Record. First, add the URL for Switchy. You don't need to worry about setting cookies because once you've logged in, Switchy remembers you. Add the dashboard URL to start automation. Then log in. But there's no need to save the login step. Just get logged in. Next, record a click on the button to create a new link. Select the click step, click on the button and confirm. Once you're on the new page, add a delay step for about 0.3 minutes, that it is 21 seconds, to give the page time to refresh. Now find the type step and click where you're supposed to add the affiliate link. Paste the affiliate link from the Google Sheets and confirm. Before you continue, click on the content of this step and click on Strudel and then find from the columns the right column for the affiliate link. Then you need to record another type step, which this time is a key press. Click on the key press step, then press enter, confirm. Add another delay so the system has enough time to recognize the website, because if it doesn't, you won't be able to create the link. Both steps, the key press and enter step and the delay, should help you have enough time so Switchy will recognize the website. Go back to Google Sheets and copy the product name, but make sure that you take it from the column with no spaces. Then click on the type step again. Click on the line where you need to add the custom link. Paste the product name and confirm. Go back to the type step and change the text there with the column of the product name with no spaces. Record a click on the arrow to open additional option. Then record another click on select a folder and then record another click to choose the appropriate folder, which in this case is AppSumo. If you'd like, you can record a type step to add the short description from the Google Sheets, or if you have another thing you want to add there and you have it in the Google Sheet. And of course, you need to change it afterwards with the right column on the type step. If you have an affiliate link for the website, you can record a click on the link expiration option, type the expiration date, which can be another column on your Google Sheets, and add the redirection link using another type step, and again it should be another column on your Google Sheets. But for this example, I won't include that part since I don't have the affiliate link for the website. Next, record a click on Get My New Link and add a short delay. After that, add a scrape single step and click on the link you just created to scrape the data. Add another delay, then record a click on Back to Dashboard and add another delay to give it time to return to the main page. Now in the main dashboard, you'll see the new link in the first line. This is a perfect time to download the URL code for the affiliate URL. Record a click on the QR code icon in the first line. It should always remember to click on the first item in the list. A pop-up will appear where you can customize the QR code. To customize, record clicks on any elements you want to change. I usually change 2 things, but you can customize whatever you like. If you want to change the color, record type step and enter the hex color code you want. You don't need to change it to variable because it should be the same one every time you use it. Don't forget to record the key press of enter so it saves your changes. If you want to add another color, just record a click on add another color and then type step again and add the desired hex code color. You can create a template to avoid customizing the QR code each time. To do that, set everything up the way you want, then save the template. Click on the save button. If you already have a template, record a click on templates tab, then record another click to select your preferred template. Switchy also have pre-made templates, so you can use it if you don't want to create one yourself. Back to the automation. After setting everything or using a template, it's time to download the QR code. Record a click on download as a PNG. Then click on the 3 dots on the click step and change the step type to download. Change the step type and find there in the list the download. Then set the path where the QR code will be saved on your computer. Go to the folder where you want to save it. Copy the folder path and paste it into the step. After that, click on the strudel symbol and choose a product name column from Google Sheets. I like to add QR code before the product name so I know it's the QR code image. Add another delay step, then record a click to close the pop-up window. You'll now be back at the main dashboard. Once everything is set, close the automation and save it by clicking I'm done. Now we're back in the automation and the next step is to update Google Sheets. Before adding the Google Sheets steps, I like to test everything to make sure it's working fine. Run the automation once to check if the download happened correctly and if the link was created in Switchy. On Switchy, make sure you see the new link, and on your computer confirm that the QR code was downloaded and that it's in the right one for the product. And also scan it so you can see it if it's the right one for the product. If something isn't working, here are a few issues you might run into and how to fix them. If the link wasn't created because the website wasn't recognized, the delay step is meant to solve it. You might need to increase the delay if it's still not working. Another thing to check is if Switchy didn't recognize the URL, it might be because it didn't register the enter step. You might need to record that again. Both of these should help with any problem related to the website not being recognized. For issue with a custom URL, check that the automation is pulling the correct column from your Google Sheets, the one where you replaced spaces with underscores. Make sure the product name is in the right format with no spaces. If download isn't showing up in the folder, try refreshing the folder. Sometimes the file is there, but just not visible right now. If you still don't see it, record the download step again. As the automation run, make sure all the steps show the green check mark so you know that they work. Check the script URL and everything else to ensure it's all set in the correct format. Once everything works as you want, you can add the Google Sheets update step. You'll need 2 steps. One to find the correct row and another to update the row. Before doing this, go back to your Google Sheets and add 2 columns. One for the Switchy link. This will be the link you use in your posts, and another for the QR code path. Click on Add Step and this time choose Apps. Then find Google Sheets. Once you're there, choose Find Row. If you've done this in past automation, your Google account should already be connected. If it's your first time, you'll need to add the connection. Select the correct spreadsheet and sheet. Then for the search, add the product name column. For search value, add one of the product names from the Google Sheets. We will change this to a variable later, but first we need to ensure to recognize the correct row. In the starting row field, add the number 2. Click Test App and you should see some code with all the Google Sheets information. It may be a lot at this stage because we've been collecting data for a while and we'll start using that in the next automation. Once you've confirmed it's working, click on Close and Save. Next, add another step. Go to Apps, choose Google Sheets, and this time select Update to Row. Choose the same Google Sheets connection. After it finds everything, select the right spreadsheet and sheet. For the row number, click on the strudel symbol and find the step from the Find Row step. You should see the row number there. Next, click on the box Say First Row Contain Headers, and you'll get a long list of all the columns. For the Switchy URL column, click on the step where the Switchy URL should appear. For the QR code, I didn't find a way to get the path directly. Since I use a product name in the download path, here's how to set it up. I first add the strudel symbol with the product name column, as it deletes everything if I do it later. After adding the product name, I paste the folder path and add QR code as extra text to match the download path I created earlier in the step. You should have it in the same way with all the spaces and everything like you did in the step. You'll want to double check that you don't already have a file with the same name in that folder before you start automation, so it doesn't accidentally add numbers to the file name when it downloads and then you have the wrong path in the Google Sheets. Once you've set everything up, click Test App. You should now get the code again, and if everything is set correctly, you can close and save. After that, go back to the Find Row step and first click Test App to check it before you delete the name of the product, and then close it. But before you click Save, change the search value to the product name column, and then save. After this, add another delay after both Google steps. Now you can run the automation and check if everything is working correctly, ensuring that the URL and QR code path are updated in the Google Sheets as expected and that they are correct. After you test it, click on the trigger and set it to match the number of lines in your Google Sheets. At the top, you have a loop line, so make sure that it have all of the steps. You can skip the first step since you're already on the right website and page. Then click play. As I mentioned in previous automation videos, you can create one long automation for all of this. However, I prefer to keep the automation separate to better identify and troubleshoot any errors that might occur. In the next automation, we'll be getting posts from ChatGPT for the products from AppSumo. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. In this video, I'm going to create an automation that takes the information I scraped from AppSumo, then created affiliate links, and automatically generate posts for social media with the help of AI. This post will promote the product and drive clicks to the affiliate links. Now, let's go over the key steps for this process. As a reminder, we're in the middle of a series that shows how to automate affiliate content for product from AppSumo. If you missed any of the previous videos, I recommend watching them. We built a giant Google Sheet, which we'll use in this video to create the affiliate posts. I'll be using two software tools in this video. One is TaskMagic, a new tool that handles all the automations. It helped me record my clicks and typing on websites, like I do myself, then automate it to speed up my workflow. The goal of this automation is to help me create content quickly for Black Friday deals on AppSumo products, but you can use this technique anytime, on any product and website. The second tool is SocialBee. This software uses AI to create content for posts and even generate images. However, for this video, I'll be using screenshots I got from AppSumo, and I'm not going to use the AI images. SocialBee also schedules the posts on social media based on the calendar I set. To help you understand the automation process, I'll give you a quick demo of SocialBee. I have other videos that go into more details about each feature, but in this video, I'll focus on the most important steps after you've set up your profile. If you don't have a SocialBee account, then there's a link in the description where you can sign up. I've been using it for a few years now and trust it to get the job done. After you log into your account, you'll see a menu on the left side. First, you should set up your social accounts. You do this in the dashboard tab by clicking on socials and connecting them. You can watch the full tutorial on my channel, and I leave a playlist link of SocialBee in the description. Once you've connected all the social accounts you want to post on, go to the second tab. Here you'll find categories. You create categories to organize your content. For example, I have a category named Affiliate Posts, where I add all posts with images about affiliate products. You can also create one for Black Friday. You can create different categories for different types of posts, or for different social platforms, or for different events. After creating a category, you add posts to it. We are going to add a post in a category you already created. This is what we are going going to automate in this video. Once you have a bunch of posts in your category, you can schedule them to be posted at different times using SocialBee's automation. To do this, go to the fourth tab where you'll find the scheduling tool. You can then select any day and time to schedule your posts. SocialBee will take posts from the category you assign to the time slot in the week and post it to the social platform you choose. You can decide on different timing for each social media platform and even mix category based on your preferred schedule. It is a weekly schedule. It's not based on date. Now that you understand the basic of SocialBee, we can move to the next step. To create a post, you can click on the top button on any page in the software, so you don't have to go directly to the category page. You can also set a category during the post creation process. Every click or typing action I take during the post creation will become a step in the automation when I build it in TaskMagic. On the left side, you create and set the post, and on the right, you can see the post you've created. So you can preview how they look on social media. At the top, you can select the socials, and I'll be building different automation for each social platform because some require different things. It's easy to split the social based on the specific needs of each one in different automation. When you have multiple socials, you can set each one separately with different text and images when you create the post. You can also create variation of the same idea. At the bottom, you'll see the timing for your posts. You can even set up posts to repeat if you want to post the same content more than once. You can cycle the posts, so after it finishes posting once, it will start over again. In the future, you can always go back to SocialBee and reschedule the posts you want to repeat. For the post itself, you'll need a different setup for Pinterest and TikTok. However, you can combine Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram in the same post creation. For X, formerly Twitter, you'll need different text length. And for YouTube, you can post regular post, only videos. So we are not going to include YouTube in this setup. Let's talk a bit about the automation software in case you didn't watch the other videos. TaskMagic is an automation software that you download and run from your computer. You can create automation by telling the software where to click, when to upload or download things from the internet, and when to type. It can do other things, but this is what's important for us in the content creation automation. If you don't have TaskMagic, you can use the link in the description, and you need the $49 a month tier to be able to record the automation. Let's review what we accomplished with Google Sheets, so you know what to prepare if you're starting from this video and you want to set the automation on SocialBee. In the Google Sheets, we started by scraping a list of products with their name and URLs. Then I created the affiliate links for those products in Impact. However, I don't like to use the Impact URL as it is because it didn't work well in the past. The short URL from Impact redirect to the real long URL with all the tracking codes. And I scrapped that too in a different column. Then I created another URL that I'm going to use, which is also a redirect but has my domain on it. For some social platform like Pinterest, it's better to use a link with your domain because it can pass through the algorithm more easily, especially when your domain is verified. I scrapped the redirect link with my domain from Switchy, and we did that in the past automations. If you're going to use this automation but need to use different websites with different URLs, you only need one URL, the one you get from your affiliate dashboard. And of course, you can use Switchy if you want to have all of your affiliate links in one place. The next thing you need in Google Sheets is the product description, which should be no more than 2,600 characters. It can be messy because the AI will create new content for you from it, and you can take all this text from the product website. The last thing I have in this Google Sheets, which I will use in this automation, is some screenshots from AppSumo to promote the product on social media with images. Theoretically, you can also generate images with AI on SocialBee, but I don't like the outcome, so I prefer to use my images, in this case screenshots. If you want to use your images, create them and add them to the Google Sheet with the path from your computer. You copy the path by hovering over the image in the folder, then pressing Ctrl and Shift and C, and it will copy the path. This is what you need if you're starting here without scraping the information from the other website with the other automation we created in this series. Before we start recording the automation, I need to update the Google Sheets. On SocialBee, I can create posts with social media with a prompt to get some information, but I have a character limit. So before I start creating the automation, I need to to add some function to my Google Sheets to shorten the product description from AppSumo, so they fit in the prompt text box without getting stuck. In this case, I'm going to add 3 functions. I leave all of them in the description. I got them from ChatGPT, so you can use that too if something doesn't work like I show here. In the first column, I want to remove some of the top text I scraped from AppSumo, which is just breadcrumb for the product page. If you scrape product from the same category, you can check the length of the text and write the exact number of characters. But in my example, I scraped information from different categories, so the length aren't the same. I'm just removing around 60 characters from the beginning of the text, which is the average for most products, breadcrumbs. The AI can handle it even if some of text is unclear. I just adjust the function to the product description cell I scraped and then copied the same function down the whole column. It adjusts automatically for each cell. Next, I create another column. This time I want to remove all the plans and features at the end of the product description because they're not important for social posts. I add this function and link it to the column I just changed, so it continues to clean up the extra text. In the last column, I limit the text to 2600 characters, which is what I'll use for the posts. You can use just the last function if you prefer to skip the other steps. Once the Google Sheets is ready and everything is set, it's time to start recording the post creation automation. Open TaskMagic and in the same workflow, add a new automation. This is the 5th automation in this series, so I'll give it the number 5. However, I can also assign it a sub number since I'll be creating several automations for SocialBee. But you can give it any name you wish and understand. I'm starting with a Pinterest automation, which is the most complicated of them all. After this, I'll duplicate the automation for each social platform. The automation needs to remember the login information. To do that, you can save some cookies from SocialBee using the Edit This Cookie Chrome extension. I leave a link to the extension in the description. Now go to SocialBee and log in as usual. Once you've logged into your account, click on the cookie icon and then click on the arrow, copy the cookie code and paste it into the automation. In the automation, go to the advanced setting, click on Manage Cookies and then click on the Add Cookie button to save the cookie. You might need to refresh the cookie from time to time, but now the automation will be able to open SocialBee in your account and you can start recording steps. Click on the trigger and choose list, then click on use list from Google Sheets and connect it. You should already have the connection set up from the previous automation. Copy the Google Sheets URL and select the sheet we've been working on all this time. If you don't have a connection set up from the previous automation, you just need to share this email with the Google Sheets. Once that's done, click looks good and then continue. Now we're back on the main automation page. Next, click the Add Step button. This brings up the automation recording panel and Chromium. In the URL bar, type in the SocialBee URL. Let's begin by recording a click on Create Post. By choosing the click step, clicking the button and confirming the action. If you see a pop-up asking you to proceed, you need to record that step too, as it will stop the whole automation if it shows up. Just keep this in mind as you might encounter it during testing. If you don't see it, and you will see that when you test everything, you will need to stop the testing and then record this step at the beginning. The first thing I do is connect to a category. Click on the category drop-down. Even if you already have a category set, it's a good idea to specify which category this post will go to. Then record another click on the right category you want to choose. You can set it to only one category. If you want to post different posts in the different categories, you need to create separate automations for each category. Once you have the first one, the next will be just adjusting this one category. Following that, I like to click on Choose None for the social. Sometimes it remembers different socials than you want to post to. And since this automation is basic, you need to set it exactly as you prefer. After that, record a click on Pinterest button. For some reason, after selecting Pinterest, you need to click Proceed. If you didn't see the Proceed earlier, you can close it now and click again on Create Post. Probably it will remember that you have Pinterest, and then pop-up of the Proceed button will show up, so you can record it in the previous step. So make sure to record a click on that step. Record a click on the content box. Sometimes it opens and sometimes it closes, and you can't continue if it's closed. So so you need to make sure it's open. If it is open, it will stay that way even when you click on the box. At this point, I want to start with the content from the post and write it with AI. If you created the Google Sheets yourself, you might want to record a type step in the box and add the column from the Google Sheets as the content. But if you want the AI to write it for you, click on the AI button. Then record another click on the first option, create caption. Now we are in a new window. We are going to see a new window that we haven't seen before. Here you can use the prompt they created for you, but I'm going to write my own prompt. Record a click on the box, then record another type step. Make sure you click on the first line. Otherwise, it might not register and it won't write the content in the box. Write something basic for now and confirm. Next, go to the control panel and click on the text step and click on the content box. Here you can write the prompt. I suggest writing something like, write me a post for Pinterest about this product, and then insert a column from the Google Sheets that has less than 2600 characters. Choose a tone of voice you'd like the post to have by recording and click on one of the options. Then record a type step in the box for the amount of words and add the number 50. This is the maximum word count. I suggest using it if you don't want the post to be too long, as that could cause the automation to get stuck and not create the post for you. And this is only for Pinterest. For Pinterest, you don't need to add hashtags, so avoid clicking on that option. Sometimes the tool generates hashtags for Pinterest posts, but if you don't record a click, it won't add them automatically each time. The same goes for emojis. Pinterest doesn't need them. If you want to generate more or fewer posts, you can record a type step in the box with the number of posts. I usually leave it at 3. Then record a click on generate. Although it's quick, it's still a good idea to add a delay to prevent the automation from getting stuck. Add a delay to give the system time to process. Next, record a click on select results. So it generates 3 different posts for you. Then click on use selected results. Again, add some delays so it has time to go back to the previous window. Now you have 3 posts, and this is important. Pinterest requires all fields to be filled for it to work properly. With 3 posts, you need to make sure each post has all the necessary fields. I like to start by recording clicks on all the posts to open them. Then rename each step so I know which post I'm working on. After that, I open the first post and record a click on the category. These are Pinterest categories linked to your account. You can choose a different category for each post if you want, but you can only choose one category for the post. Next, I record a click on the URL box and follow it with a type step for the URL. Initially, I just type URL and confirm it. Then I click on the strudel symbol and replace it with the correct column of the URL from the Google Sheets. It should be the affiliate URL. I use the last URL I created with Switchy, which has my verified domain, making it better for Pinterest, but you can use whatever link you have. Next, you need to record a click on the title and add another type step. This time, just write title 1 and confirm. I use this title format with a number, so remember what should go there later. Unfortunately, the AI doesn't create titles for you. What I do is create some generic title that can work for every product from AppSumo. I change the title for each post and include the product name as a variable, which helps differentiate them. If you're concerned about having many titles with the same structure, you can run a batch of posts with the automation and then change them later. Alternatively, you can create title in different columns of Google Sheets and add the variable with the correct column here. Either way work. Next, record a click on the upload button. You need at least 1 image, and on Pinterest, all images must be the same size when you post. Otherwise, it won't publish. To be safe, I upload only 1 image for each post. After recording the click on the 3 dots. Then open the change step type. Find the upload option and click on it. Then click on the content box of the step and choose the variable from the Google Sheets. Remember the screenshots we took from the product page on AppSumo? This is the time to use them. Add the first screenshot here, and it will upload the image from your computer based on the information in the Google Sheets. After that, add a delay to give it time to upload the image. You can record another upload step if you want to add more than 1 image in this stage. You can add up to, I think, 5 images for Pinterest. But you need all the columns in your Google Sheets to have the path to the image on your computer. Repeat all the steps for the other posts. You can't just duplicate the steps because it needs to know exactly where to click on each post, and each post has different selectors. Once you've done that, if you want the posts to run more than once, and if you created 3 posts with the AI, you should record more steps on each automation. Record a click on requeue after posting. This will create a repetition for your posts. Then record a click on the expire after it's published. For AppSumo deals, I usually set it to 3 times. But if it's Black Friday, set the expiration date instead of after the number of times. And you need to record click on the specific date. All of the posts are going to expire in the same time. You can also run it forever if you like, and just stop it if the deal expires on AppSumo. If you do that, you don't need to add any number or date here. Record a click on post and add another delay to allow it to process. I usually give it 3 minutes, which is enough time for it to update the posts in SocialBee. Now you can run the automation. Here are some things that didn't work for me the first time I tried it. Always add delays if any step isn't working properly. Also, it can depend on your internet speed. If you know you have a slow connection, just add more time to the delays you set and add more delays. Another issue I found was with the upload process. Sometimes the second post didn't upload the image. After figuring out that this wasn't due to the Google Sheets, I deleted the upload step and recorded it again, and it worked. If any of the steps aren't working well, you should follow this approach, deleting the step and record it again. After you've confirmed that all the posts have been published, you can proceed to the next step, which is posting on other socials. You could record all the steps as continuation of this automation, but I prefer to separate them. This way, if something doesn't work well, I can catch the issue in time and easily identify what went wrong. If I were to let it run for all socials in one go, it would be harder to pinpoint where the problem is. To do this, duplicate the automation. Give it a new number and change the name of the automation. Since you've duplicated it, there is no need to repeat all the steps. If you record the login process earlier, so it's ready if you need it in the future. To get into the post, just click on the play button to see that everything is working well, and then you need to change the Pinterest setting to another social platform. Record a click on Facebook. For now, don't record clicks on other socials, as you'll need to modify each one separately if they are here. If you create a post for one social first, like Facebook, you can later click on the other socials and it will duplicate the post with the same content. The next step is to modify the AI instructions. Go into the AI content creation, click on the play buttons until you get to the next page. Change the word Pinterest to Facebook in the prompt to fit the new social platform. Then you need to add other instructions, so it will include your affiliate URL in the post. On Pinterest, you added the link afterwards in a special place because this is how Pinterest works. But on the other socials, you need to add the URL in the post. First, add the word important because it can sometimes forget to include this. Then write. At the end of the post, add the URL before the hashtags and include a call to action to click on it to go to that product on AppSumo. Insert that column with the link you scraped from the Switchy, which is the last link we created. If you skip this step and aren't using Switchy, though I recommend it, you can add the shortened link from Impact instead or any other link you are using. It's not a good idea to include a long affiliate link because it takes count of characters from your posts. So anyway, you should use a shortened link here. For Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn posts, you can write between 150 to 200 words since this platform allows longer content. You can exceed it more, but remember that on Instagram you still have limit characters. It's also a good idea to record clicks for hashtags and emojis during this process. After setting this, click on the play button to the next step you set for posting the AI content, and then you get back to the main post creation screen. And now you need to modify the post with the automation slightly. When SocialBee recognizes that you have a link, it creates a preview. However, when posting on Instagram, you can't use the link preview and it will prevent the post from being published. So you need to close the preview. While we got a prompt to create this post while recording this automation, I didn't add real information and the prompt didn't get any real URL, just a placeholder from the Google Sheets column. To record a click on closing the URL preview, add a URL to all the posts variation without recording another step. It doesn't matter what URL it is for now, as we will delete this post later because it doesn't have have any real value. After you add a URL, continue by deleting all the steps created for modifying the Pinterest post, since you'll need to recreate everything. So record new clicks for each post and then record the upload step. This time you can upload more than one image, since this platform accepts different sizes of the images, even if they aren't ideal for the platform. If you want to upload all the screenshots or additional images, record clicks for the upload button multiple times, making sure to change the step to upload and update the variable with the correct column from your Google Sheets where the image paths are stored. You should have a URL preview, so you can record a click and close the website preview if you're publishing to Instagram. Instagram doesn't allow links in posts, so leaving a preview active could cause the automation to stop and fail to publish. Add a delay and repeat these steps for each image upload and link closure until the automation is complete. While it's possible to edit all posts yourself and combine the social into one post, if you're using automation, it's better to handle them separately. After you finish to modify all of the posts, now it's time to record clicks on other social media. Because Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, they have kind of the same structure, you can use this automation for all of them. So remember to do that only after you finished everything, because then you don't need to modify everything. Leave the other step you recorded with the Pinterest setup, like the requeue and the click on the posts afterwards. If you want to create a similar automation for Twitter, the main difference is the post length. You can combine Threads and Twitter in the same automation. Just remember to keep the posts short when you prompt with AI. While it's possible to edit all posts yourself and combine the social into one post when you do it manually, if you use an automation, it's better to handle them separately in different automations. You can also create a separate automation for TikTok. Like Pinterest, TikTok requires extra steps, such as permission and marketing the content as promotional and other things. So, like Pinterest, after you create the initial post, record clicks on all of the buttons until you have everything set up. In the end, if you want to publish on all platforms, you'll need to create multiple automations. While it's possible to run all the social automations in one go and one automation, this carries the risk of something getting stuck. It's harder to troubleshoot if you run everything together. This automation isn't an set it and forget it automation. It saves time but still requires oversight. After you run the automation as many times as you like and all the posts are uploaded to SocialBee, it's a good idea to review them for errors, as AI can sometimes produce inaccurate content. If you prefer, you can pre-create the posts in Google Sheets and use automation to upload and arrange everything properly instead of relying on AI to write the content for you, and then you are okay. Sometimes I notice the AI may create a post without the affiliate link and leave a blank space where the link should go. It's a good idea to check and fix this before the automation runs on your social accounts. Now that you set up and tested all the automation and checked all the posts, it's time to run them. While some automation can be left alone to do their work, this one requires a bit more attention. Since it involves multiple platforms and complex details, you should avoid overwhelming your social media with too many posts, which could get you blocked. So when you go to the schedule tab and you create new timing for the post from each category, it's a good idea not to stack all of them in one day. You can run this automation every time you need it, especially during the high traffic events like Black Friday or Sumi Day, which seem to come around quite often. When those days arrive, you'll have the ability to create a lot of content in short time. To run the automation, first ensure that the loop line of steps is set to cover the entire automation process. Then check the trigger setting. You can configure it to run for all the rows in your Google Sheets. And if you already have posts for some of the products, update the starting row to skip those lines. If needed, you can run the automation again, especially if you want to create additional posts for the same products. This flexibility allows you to generate more content without starting from scratch each time, ensuring you have varied posts for each product across your social platforms. I also have another automation to create on my WordPress website, which I'll demonstrate in the next video. But before that, let's finalize some setting on SocialBee. Now that you have enough content to last for a month, you can decide how frequently you want the post to be published. Setting it for 2 to 3 times a day is a good idea. Additionally, avoid posting the same content across all platforms at the same time. This way, each platform will have unique posts. For those 3 platforms with similar content, you can shuffle the posts. To do this, click on the category where your posts are are ready. At the top, you'll see how many posts are scheduled for each social account. On the side, you'll find the shuffle button to mix things up. So posts are randomized and not repetitive. This strategy isn't limited to AppSumo, of course. You can use it for any marketplace with multiple products. It's especially useful for posting short updates. While AppSumo affiliate payout may not be huge, they are very effective at selling products. And this automation can save you time by handling the work for you. If you have a WordPress website, the next video will help you transfer all the information to your site so you can create a catalog of posts with visually appealing promotional content. I'll cover this in the next video and explain everything in more details. Also, we're going to use a QR code you download in the previous automation. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. This is the last video in the series of creating fast content for affiliate products. I use AppSumo as an example of how to get products affiliate link and then get content for them. In the past few videos, I created a giant Google Sheets that have all the information: product description, price, screenshots, affiliate link, QR codes for the link, and more. In this video, I will create a custom post type specifically for affiliate products so I can showcase the products on my website in an easy way. This video will be in two parts. The first part is getting the affiliate post type and inserting all the product info into my website with TaskMagic automation. We will use advanced custom fields as a plugin to create a post type. The goal is to create a block that you can reuse so all the products will show in a nice, consistent way. The second part will be in a different video where I'll share how to create reusable block and how to use the custom post type content in it. We'll also talk about how to create blog posts quickly with the help of ChatGPT or any other AI you like to use. If it's your first time working with custom post type, then this part of the video is crucial to help you understand the concept. If you already know what it is, you can skip to the next part where I share a step-by-step guide on how to create a post type and what you should include for affiliate products. To understand how custom post type work, you can look at WooCommerce product as an example compared to a regular post you have on your website when you first install WordPress. When you open a new regular post, you'll see some basic fields: the title of the post, the body of the post, taxonomies like categories and tags, and featured image. This is a simple post type you get when you first set up a WordPress website. Let's take a look at WooCommerce product post type. Here you have many more fields to fill in. Like a regular post, you have the title, the body, which is the long product description in this case, tags, categories, and image like you have in the regular post type. But there are more. You can add multiple images as a gallery for the product, a short description, and a long list of customizable options specific to the product. On your website, you'll notice a consistent design across all WooCommerce products. The title appears in the specific place, followed by the image and short description, with more details information about the product displayed at the bottom. With this in mind, let's understand how custom post type work. You can create a custom post type that you can fill fields with all the information you need for your specific project. In our example, it's for affiliate products. When you're presenting an affiliate product, you need the product name, price, and affiliate link. But you can also add an image, a QR code, so people can scan it instead of clicking a button, a short description, and any other information you want to include. I created my affiliate post type with fields that aren't specific to AppSumo. So now let's create an affiliate post type tailored for AppSumo. You don't have to do this. You can create one post type for all your affiliate products from any website. In the Google Sheets I made for the automation in this series, I have the affiliate link, screenshots, a QR code for the link, a short description I took from AppSumo, and the starting price. But you can scrape all the product price tiers from AppSumo and have custom field for each one. This way you can present the product with those fields. When you create a custom post type and then make one post, you won't see all the fields on the front end of the website right away because you need a design for the post type. In the second half of the tutorial, I'll show you how to create this design specific to the post type. Let's start by creating the post type, starting with installing the plugin for the custom post type. I use Advanced Custom Fields plugin, and I use the free version because I need a very simple post type. Go to your WordPress dashboard, go to plugins and then click add new and search for advanced custom field or just type ACF and it will come up. Make sure you install the correct plugin. After activating the plugin, you will see a new item in your menu. Click on the ACF in the menu, and the first step is to create the custom post type. After that, we'll create the fields for this post type. Click on post type option, and you'll see an empty page. Click create new. Here you need to fill in some information about this post type. Start with the name, because you'll see it later in the menu. In our example, it's AppSumo products. On the first line, write the plural form, and on the second line, the singular form. You'll need to write it twice. Next, you need to give it a key. This should be in lowercase letters without spaces or special symbols. It shouldn't be too long. The key will autofill, but you can change it if you want. For the taxonomies, you can choose whether to use the same taxonomies as other post types on your website. For example, if you have WooCommerce, you can use the same tags and categories. This way, when someone searches for your website by WooCommerce categories, they will also see affiliate products with the same categories. Next, you have other settings. I just keep the first one, which makes this post type public because I want to show products on my website to everyone. Leave the other setting off. Now click Save Changes, and you will have new custom post type, which you'll see in the menu. If you click on the post type in the menu, you'll see an empty page, and you can create a new post. If you click to create a new post, you'll notice it's a normal post with just a title and content, and on the side there won't be any additional fields. That's because we haven't created the fields yet. So let's go back to ACF and click on Field Group. Create a new field group, and now you'll see a long list of things you can add. The field group will contain all the specific fields you are going to create for this post type. If you're creating different post types for different affiliate products, you can manage them separately from here. Give the field group a name that matches the post type. So for us, it's AppSumo products. There are two parts on this page. One is where you add all the fields, and the other is where you set the rules for when those fields will show up. You can add some customization, but I'll focus only on what's needed for this post type to keep it simple. The first step is choosing the type of field. You'll have a long list of options for what kind of field to use. The first field is the product name. I separate this into a different field even though we have a title for the post. This way, if I need to add something to the title to recognize it in a long list of posts, I can still use the pure product name whenever needed. I'll leave it as a text field because it's just a short line of text. In the field name, write the label you'll see on the editing page, like product name. Then assign a key for it. No spaces or lower cases. If you want to add default text or values that shows every time you create a post, you can do that here too. Now let's create more fields. I'll add a text area for the short description, which I'll text from AppSumo, and I have it in the Google Sheets. Next, I want to have an image field for the screenshot I got from AppSumo. So I'll add an image field. Fill in the name and key, and that's it. I'm also adding another image field for the QR code I have from Switchy. Now for the other information. If you scraped all the tiers from the product and want to show them in the post, you can create a field for each tier. If you want to include details about each tier and what to include, you can add a text box field for each one. I'll add one tier for now and won't add additional information, but you can do whatever you like. Lastly, I'm adding the URL field for the product link. If you want to add any other information, whether it's an image or text, you can add as many fields as you like. Scroll down to Setting tab and set those fields to show up on the AppSumo products post type. Then save all changes. If you ever want to add more fields, just open the field group for AppSumo product and you can make adjustment there. Now go to the AppSumo product post type from the menu. When you open it, you'll see all the new fields you just created. To keep things organized, you can add some categories so you can assign any product to a category. This is also helpful for searching. To add a category field, you need to click on taxonomies. It's similar to creating the post type. Just fill in all the fields for the name and plural and singular forms. Next, you'll see a list of post types you have on your website. You can choose few if you like. Choose the AppSumo product post type. Also click on the hierarchical option because that way you can have categories and subcategories and save your changes. Now when you get to create the new post, you can add categories and you'll also see a new option in the menu to manage the categories from there. Great, that's the first step done. Let's move on to adding the product using automation with TaskMagic so you can save time by creating all those posts efficiently. In the last tutorial, I showed you how to create a custom post type in WordPress, so you can easily create affiliate posts and manage everything on your website from one place. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to set up automation to bring all the affiliate information into your website. This is part of series that guide you through automating your affiliate posts. I use software called TaskMagic to create a custom automation. I'll be using the Google Sheets I created throughout the series to put all the information into the custom post type on my website. The information I'm working with is about products I scraped from AppSumo, and I created the affiliate links using Impact. If you haven't watched the previous videos, it's a good idea to check them out, unless you're already familiar with TaskMagic. Just to make sure you have all the information to add a product, your Google Sheets should include the name of the product, the affiliate link, the QR code, a screenshot of the product page, or if available, the logo. Both images should be in separate columns with a file path from your computer. You should also have a short text description of the product, which you got from AppSumo. For the price, you can either scrape just the first tier and write starting from, or grab all the tiers from AppSumo. Start by opening TaskMagic on your computer. In the workspace I set up for this series, I add a new automation. This is the sixth automation, so I give it a number and a name like add affiliate post type or something similar. Next, I set the cookies for my website. Sometimes it works, sometimes doesn't, but it's worth trying. By the time I created the series, TaskMagic had added an extension to grab cookies. If you use TaskMagic and want to keep the login details for a website, this video will show you how to set up the TaskMagic Chrome extension and where to use it in your automation software. First, get the Chrome extension. Click on the link in the description to go to GitHub, where TaskMagic have the extension files. Then click the green code button and select Download Zip. After downloading, open the zip file to access the regular file. Next, open the Google Chrome extension page. At the top, switch to developer mode by clicking on it. On the left side, click on Load Unpacked. This will open your computer's folder. Find the folder that is inside the main folder and select it. The extension will upload and you should see it as the first one in the list. To see the TaskMagic icon, open the extension details to find the pin to toolbar setting. Click to open it and now you should see the TaskMagic icon at the top. Now go to the website where you want to save the login. Log into the website and then click on the TaskMagic icon and you will see a button to copy the cookie. Open your TaskMagic software on your computer and find the automation you want to add this cookie to. Click on Advanced Setting for that automation. Then find Add Cookie and click on it. After that, click the button to add the cookie. You'll see the cookie listed with the URL of the website where you want to save the login details. Then save. Set a trigger by clicking on it. Select List. Then click on Google Sheets and manage Sheets connection. Now paste the Google Sheets URL and choose the sheet we've been working on. Once you see the columns, click Looks Good and then click Continue to return to the automation. Click Add Step and you'll see the TaskMagic control panel and Chromium border. Go to the backend of your website and open a new affiliate link post, which you created using the Advanced Custom Field plugin. Copy the URL, go back to the TaskMagic panel and paste the URL in the first step. Wait for it to open your website. You should be logged in if you added the cookies. If not, log in quickly and you should see the correct page. Add a delay. The length depends on your hosting. If your hosting isn't fast, it's very important to add as many delays as needed. Choose the type step and click on the title of the page. Then write title and confirm. Go to the panel, find the type step, delete the title text, and click on the turtle symbol to add the variable from your Google Sheets. You should see a list of all the fields from your sheet. I like to add the word AppSumo to the name of the product, so I know the product is from AppSumo. Next, record another type step for the first field, which is supposed to be the name of the product as it will appear on the page, and change it to the variable with or without extra text. The next step is to upload both the screenshot and the QR code images. The second image is a bit tricky. First, record a click on the button to upload first image. After you confirm, you should see the gallery of images on your website. Record another click on the Upload Image tab. Then record a click on the button to upload an image. You can upload any image. It doesn't matter because you can delete it afterward. This is to create the automation. Before you continue, go to the control panel and find a click on the Upload button. Click on the three dots, then select Change Step Type. In the list, find the upload option. Click on the content of the step and change it to the correct column from your Google Sheets, which should be the path for the image from your computer. I would also rename the step so I know it's for uploading the screenshot. After uploading the image, make sure to add a delay so the image has enough time to fully upload. You can also add some alt text and a description for better SEO and easier image management later. This part is optional, but I recommend it. If you'd like to add the alt text or description, record the type step on the alt text box or any other text field you want to update. Type something and confirm the step. Then change the text to the correct column from your Google Sheets, and you can add extra text if you like. For example, I use a product name, and sometimes I add extra text that stays the same for all products. In this case, I might add AppSumo to indicate the product source. After that, record a click step on the select button and add another delay to ensure the image has enough time to upload to your website. For the next image upload, I ran into an issue where whenever I click the button to upload the QR code, it kept selecting the first button meant for the screenshot image. To fix this, I had to use something called selector to tell TaskMagic to focus on the second button instead of the first. I'll show you now how to set this up. First, open a new post on your website on regular Chrome, the same post type you're working on with TaskMagic automation. Then click on the three dots in your Chrome browser and select More Tools. In the list, find Developer Tools. This will open a panel on the side with code. But don't worry if you're not familiar with coding. I'm not either. You just need to click on the element you want to focus on in the code. Right-click on the element you want, then select Inspect from the menu. On the side, you'll see the code where the element is highlighted. Right-click on the highlighted part and from the menu, choose Copy. In the list of options, select Copy Selector. Now go back to TaskMagic Automation. After you've recorded the click that you want to change, click on the three dots of the click step. Find Update Selectors and delete all the selectors that are already there. Paste the selector code you copied from the inspections. This should now work, and it will select the correct button for uploading the image. Now repeat the process to record all the other clicks and typing just like we did for uploading the other image. After you have the images, continue filling in the other fields using the correct columns from your Google Sheets and type step. You can record selecting the category. This will set one category for everything you upload. If you're uploading the same kind of product together, this is helpful. You can choose to change the category each time you run the automation for different kinds of products. To do that, record clicks on certain category and name the steps after the categories. Then disable all of the steps except the one that you need for this automation. Then in the future, when you run the automation for products in the same category, you can select the right category from the list and just enable the step for that category. Alternatively, you can skip recording the category click entirely. You can also use the filter step to choose which step to go to for the category, but I won't get into it right now. The last step is to save the post. To do this, record a click on the Publish button. Sometimes when you click Publish, a note will appear before publishing. If you don't want an extra step, you can remove the option that shows the window without recording the step. If it catches the step, just delete it and it will publish without another click. If you prefer to have two steps for publishing, you can leave it as is and record another click on the second Publish button. It's important to add another delay to give it enough time to publish. Play through the steps to see if everything is working fine. Most of the time, when it gets stuck, it's because it didn't have enough time to process the previous step. If sometimes it's stuck, add as many delays as needed to give it time to process. Check that it's clicking on everything it needs to and typing the correct text. If it's not typing the right text, it's likely because it's pulling from the wrong column. Change it to the correct column, and this should fix the issue. If it's not selecting the right button for image upload, repeat the part with the selectors. You may need to record that step again. If you added steps for updating the Google Sheets with the URL you scraped, make sure to set it again every time you add delays or other steps to the automation. Once everything is working correctly, go back to the trigger and adjust the loop row to how many you want to process in one set. Click Continue, then set the line at the top to full, so the automation starts and finishes properly each time. Let it run until it finishes, and then be ready for the next step. That's it for uploading all the product to the custom post type. The next step is to create a template for the custom post type, so you can show the products on your website in consistent way without having to design it each time. Watch this video next, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. That's it, the last video in the series of making automation to affiliate posts from AppSumo products. If you didn't watch the other parts, here is a short summary. The goal is to create fast content for Black Friday deals or any deals from AppSumo, but you can take the same idea and implement it to any affiliate product you want to promote. It is good automation for websites that have a marketplace of products. This automation can run like one long automation, but I prefer to make it in 6 separate automations because I like to see that everything went smoothly. And I also do some fixing between automations. I use TaskMagic automation software for creating the automations, and this video will focus on the part after we finish creating all the groundwork. This part is setting the design for the custom post type we created in the last video, so you can use it over your WordPress website wherever you like. Let's see what we are going to achieve in this video. We created a custom post type with the ACF plugin, where we added custom fields for the affiliate link, product price, description, and more. Now I want to create a design for it so I can use it to present the product on my website. I can use it in one post or more, and whenever the details change, like price change or end of sales date, I can just edit the initial post on the custom post type, and it will update everywhere on my website. To make it work, you have to have at least one product with the information on the custom post type for AppSumo products. Another thing you need for it is a plugin that uses query loops and dynamic content. A query loop is a basic block that you get for free from WordPress developers. It's a way to show a custom post type. But if you want to show the dynamic content, like the fields you set for the affiliate products, such as the price, you need a Gutenberg block plugin that can do that for you. I use Stackable Premium for the design. This might change in the future, and you may be able to do it with free plugins. But for now, this is the way I know, and everything involved some payment for some plugin. Anyway, I didn't buy Stackable just for the dynamic content. I like how they've done the other parts of the designs. But if you have other paid Gutenberg block plugin or use page builders like Elementor or Divi, you can use them to do the same thing. I will leave an affiliate link for Stackable in the description if you'd like to check it out, the pro version they offer. Let's start by opening a page or post just so we can design it. The design is going to be a one-time process. Then you can use it forever or edit it if you want to change the design. I'm also not a designer, so I'll show you the basic way of organizing the blocks. If you have a better sense of design, you can probably do an even better job with the layout itself. You need to add the query loop block to a page. Open a new post or page, it doesn't matter what. You need to add a query loop block to the page. You can basically use their design, or you can start from blank. WordPress don't have the custom post type designs, so we will create our own. Click Start with blank and choose any option because we are going to delete everything anyway, so it doesn't matter what you pick. On the right side, you'll see some settings for this query. Right now you see 3 posts in the view, but we want to show only one post at a time. Before we start designing, let's choose one post from the custom post type. If you don't see the settings, just click on the block tab and you'll see the query settings. The first toggle should be off. The next setting is for the post type. In the list, you should see the custom post type you created in the previous videos, as well as any other custom post type on your website. If you don't have many like I do, it's because you don't have plugins or custom post type created. Choose a custom post type, which in this case is the affiliate products. Now click on filters and choose keywords. Go to the page of the affiliate posts and find the exact name of the post that you want to design. So the query loop is going to show only one post at a time. Then paste that name here. You should see one post instead of 3, and it should show the specific post you chose. This is how you're going to change the post name later when you want to use it anywhere on your website. Click on the 3 lines on the side to open the list view so you can delete and add blocks to the design. On the side, open the query loop block, and you'll see that it has more to it. Click on the 3 dots and delete all the content. Leave the post template with the title. we're going to delete it too, but you need to leave something so you don't have to start again. Click on the plus sign and search for Stackable. Choose a column block to make a container for all of the design. Select the full container, and in the list view on the side, check that the container is under the query loop. For the design, it's very simple. On the top, I have a full image from the AppSumo screenshots. Then I have a product title followed by short description. After that, I have a box with the price and QR code. And if you have more fields, you can just continue designing as I show here. Under everything, I have a button that contains the URL of the product page on AppSumo with my affiliate code. Start by adding the image to the top. You need to choose a stackable image block, not the regular WordPress image block. If you accidentally clicked on the regular image block, you'll get 3 options: URL, upload, or library. But since you're using dynamic content, you need to select the field of the post with the image instead of uploading one. With a stackable block, you can choose the field from the ACF post type. Click on the image on the side. You'll see some settings. Click on the dynamic content icon and look for the correct field from the right custom post type. You should see all the fields from any post type on your website. Find the ACF field for the screenshot image or logo. On your design, you'll see that the image is too small for the space. I like to expand the image until it fills the whole block so they can see the screenshot in full. But that's a design choice. Next, I added the headline, again using the stackable headline block, which you'll notice in a purple and pink. Go to the block setting and choose a field for the product name. You can also change the colors or add any other design element you like using the design tab on the side. I centered the text. Next, I added a paragraph block from Stackable, and again choose a short description field on the side and center it. To add the price and the QR code side by side, I added another column block. This time, I choose to add 2 columns of different sizes. You can adjust the line to make the columns different sizes. On the left side, I added a headline, which could be a normal Gutenberg block or any other block since you're not using custom field for this. I set it to H6 and wrote price. On the next line, I added another paragraph block from Stackable, and on the side, I selected the price field. If you'd like, you can add another column for different pricing tier if you're showing all of them, or you can show them one under the other. On the right side, I added another image block from Stackable and chose the field for the QR code. I also added a gray background to make it stand out and added a shadow. The last thing to add is the button so user can click and go to the product URL with your affiliate code. Under the columns, I added a button from Stackable, and where it asks for the URL, I selected the affiliate link field from my custom post type. Then I designed the button, making it round, adding a shadow, borders, changing the text and color. You can also change the text dynamically based on the product name by using the field for it. For the button, I also wanted to add some animation so that it moves when someone scrolls the page. In the advanced tab on the side, you can set all sorts of effects. To make it move, I click on the motion effect. If you'd like to learn more about how it works, there's a link to the docs page on Stackable website. You can choose if you want the button to move when the page is scrolled or when the block is appeared for the first time. I prefer not to add too many movements since it can be distracting. So I just added an entrance effect and adjust the numbers so it moves smoothly. Now save the design so you can reuse it in the future posts. To save it, click on the list view and find the query block. It has 3 dots. Click on them and choose create pattern. Give it a name that will be easy for you to search for later. I also recommend adding it to a category for patterns block so you can easily find it in the future. If you don't set a category, it will go into my patterns category by default. If you want to change the post so you can showcase each affiliate post in different posts on your website, make sure not to sync it. Then click add. You don't need to save these posts. If it gets saved as a draft, you can delete it. If you want to edit a pattern, click on the appearance tab on the left side, then choose patterns. This will load all the patterns on your website. If you have plugins that created patterns for you, you'll see them here as well. Open the category where your pattern is saved and you customize it. Because this pattern is not synced, changes you make will only apply to future posts, not the one already published. To view the hierarchy of the post, click on the 3 lines to open the list view. Remember to save any changes. This is how you create a pattern for a custom post type. Now let's see how to use it in a post. For this example, I went to ChatGPT. I wanted to make a summary for each product from the full-length description I scraped from AppSumo in the past, and I have it in the Google Sheets we created during this series. I also wanted to include the main features for each product that I also have in the same full-length description. Then I added a block with the information and button to direct users to buy the product from AppSumo. I gave these instructions to ChatGPT and then copied and pasted the long text from my Google Sheets. I asked it to provide both a summary with a call to action related to that product and bullet points for the features. After I had all the products, I asked ChatGPT to create an opening and an ending for the post. Now I just need to copy and paste this content into my website, starting with the title of the product. Then I added the text it wrote for me. Next, I added a small title for the main features. Then the bullet points. Lastly, I added a custom post type design for the affiliate post, just like any other blog, by searching for the pattern name. Then I switched to the correct post on the side, as it appears on the post list, and repeated this for the other products. I could automate this process. After that, I publish it like any other post by adding a feature image, which I created in Canva, selecting the category and adding a title for the whole post. That's it. Now go ahead and create all the automations. It takes time the first time, but after that, you can save tons of hours that would otherwise be spent doing everything manually. Good luck. And if you want to learn more about what you can do with TaskMagic, watch this next video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.